Are we live?
Yep, we're live.
Oh, hi everybody! I didn't know it was live. I didn't know she hit the start button.
We're trying to pull it up on our computer really quick so we can see comments easier. How do I get rid of that? Just click on it. Make sure its volume's all the way down.
Are we live? Yep, we're live. Oh, hi everybody!
Oops, sorry,
I didn't
guys.
know it was live. I didn't know she hit the start button.
I guess we'll just have to pause it and turn that down.
It ain't gonna matter if you pause it because I mean it's not gonna play it for you anyway.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Anson. How are you? I'm going to turn this just a little bit. See Wiley better. Okay. All right. Hey, Lexi. I sure will.
Hi,
He's
Lexi.
outside. Will you go tell Hunter that Nate said hi? Yep.
Oh, it's Nate. Hi, Nate.
Yeah, I figured it's Nate.
Hi, Deb.
Hey, Cindy.
Hello.
We literally just got home.
We barely got through the door and grabbed the tripod and got it set up and yeah.
Yeah. We've been outside working in the heat all day.
Charlene, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
You are a new face.
I think she's left some comments.
Oh.
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason, how are you? You been working hard in this heat?
Boy, it's hot, you guys. Whoop.
Hi, Donna. Hi, Beverly.
How do I get... Whoops, that's not what I meant to do either. So, hey, guys. It's all Grady.
Hunter's right back.
Is it Denise?
Denise? Yeah.
And I can't remember her husband's name.
I can't remember.
I'm sorry.
I remember Denise, but I don't remember her husband.
So we are doing this job in Shawnee.
Hey, Brenda.
Cleaning up a backyard that hasn't been mowed or hasn't been like maintained in a long time, and it is
Marcel.
Oh, Marcel. Right. Now I remember. Thank you. So it was a jungle. Like
it was ridiculous bad, and we are
almost done with it.
I think maybe tomorrow we're going to be able to finish up. We'll see.
Been running a dozer with GPS.
Wow, that's nice, sitting in the air conditioning all day.
Yeah. Today was the first day we could get our tractor to the backyard of this house.
Hi, Willis. And no, there's no spaghetti left.
No. We rarely have leftovers on Wednesdays.
Yep, they usually wipe us out, and every now and then we'll have a little bit left, but not much. It's been very few times that we haven't left there and had to come home and cook dinner for ourselves because we didn't have enough left there to bring home for dinner.
Yeah.
So
it's been really hot, guys. We've had several days over 100 degrees consecutively. Yep. And hey, Dog Man.
Hey, Dog Man, how's it going?
So, let's see. On Monday, we lost one of our rabbits to the heat. They do have.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, Sam. They do have access to cool, fresh water 24 hours a day, as do the rest of our animals. But if you know anything about rabbits are just really susceptible to the heat. So we, on Tuesday, I think it was 110.
You got to 110,
actual temperature. That's not even including the heat index. And so we went to the hardware store and bought stuff to make a mister system for our rabbits. And so far that's worked out really good.
No, Donna, not a drop.
Unfortunately.
They actually say there's a better chance right now than there has been for quite some time, but it don't look like we're going to get any at all.
There ain't a cloud in the sky, and we have a 70% chance of rain. So how's everybody else doing on this beautiful Friday night? Thank you, mods, for posting everybody's links. We really appreciate you guys. If y'all haven't done so yet, please hit that like button. That really helps the algorithm with YouTube and everything. Nate said hello. Did Emmy tell you?
So, guys, we got...
Oh, it says storms are entering the area near current location.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go.
It didn't look like that when we looked at the sky, so I don't know.
I'm wanting to play with this computer for a second because this is a new computer we just bought. And this job that we done, the guy gave us half down to do the job. And this is the first thing we invested in, was a new laptop. But we haven't got to use it yet. And, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Worked great.
Our other computer was given to us, and it's, I don't know, 10, 15 years old. And we have like a generic GoPro that's, I mean, it was like $60 on Amazon. And we couldn't even hook it up to our other computer. Our other computer just basically would tell us, no, this isn't going to work because it's so old.
So another thing that's happening, it was so old that whenever we would be on a live and try to chat, whenever you hit the emoji button to try to put emojis up, it basically locked up the computer. It wouldn't even run.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was just trying. You see the little deal that I just put up there. So
hey, Kaylee.
It worked great.
Emily, Kaylee's here. Hola. Emily said hola.
Wow, I sure wished you'd send some of that our way.
Brenda, yes, the first batch of stuff that you have to run through the freeze dryer is just like sliced bread. And it gets the new car smell out according to the instruction manual. And we are getting ready to pick a bunch of blackberries and do blackberries because we have blackberries that grow wild everywhere. And when our local food bank or when our fruit bushes and fruit trees start producing, we'll also use it to preserve that so that we can hand those things out.
She also done a whole bunch of garlic. And
oh, yeah, I did. Garlic, onion, and bell pepper. Because we had a whole bunch of garlic that was going to go bad. So we made garlic powder out of it.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, it's probably a little bit more expensive to make it than to buy already made garlic powder. But it's so much stronger.
Cindy, we don't want to hear it, okay?
Yeah.
We don't want to hear it.
Yeah, Dogman said they got rain for several hours last night.
Wow.
It was great. Oh my gosh.
I bet that was a relief.
Hey,
Mark and Debbie, how are you guys?
Hi, Mark and Debbie.
82% humidity.
Wow.
68 degrees, so that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. But here, it's 100 degrees and probably about that humidity. So
it feels
you could
like 110.
Whenever you walk outside, it feels like you're walking into a sauna.
Yeah. Fortunately, the backyard we've been working in has some big, tall trees in it, and it's mostly shaded.
Yeah.
And we even hired a couple of the guys that come to eat on Wednesdays to come help us. And the two guys we hired were phenomenal workers.
Yes, they worked their
Hey,
butts
Lindsay.
off. Hi, Lindsay.
We will 100% call them again the next time we need help with something.
For sure. And both of them, I believe, are fairly good as far as remodel work and stuff. So we do a little bit of that now and then, and we'll definitely be calling them for some help again.
Yeah. So I don't know if it'll happen or not, but something that we've talked about recently is starting a work program so that those that live on the streets, when, a lot of them are looking for a job, but a lot of them can't get a job because of prior history or because they don't have a driver's license or, they can't cash a check or whatever. And so we pay them cash daily, and that seemed to work out really, really good. But it'd be nice to start some sort of business to where we could work these guys and find some good, reliable people and help them out along the way.
Yeah. Hi, Trish. You ain't missed nothing.
Yeah, we almost missed it too.
Yeah.
We were almost late also.
Yeah.
We just walked through the door when it was time to go live. What else do we have got to talk about?
I don't know.
It's been a busy week, but
Yeah.
then it also hasn't because we've been doing the same thing every day.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But we did get a burn permit finally. I
Yeah.
think they approved the burn permit yesterday, but the winds was too high yesterday, so we couldn't burn. And then, so whenever we got there today, the wind seemed to be low enough that we went ahead and got to burn a bunch of the stuff that was in the backyard today. So,
How do you pronounce that? Hestia's Garden Homestead? Sorry if I said that wrong, but hello. Welcome to our channel. Well, thanks, Mark and Debbie. We try.
that must be Debbie. Mark would never say nothing that nice.
Right, yeah. They had posted a video earlier. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but they it was titled "I Was Ready Right Again," and Debbie told me to be quiet or get over it. Debbie told me to. Debbie says get over it.
Oh, Debbie did. So no, we haven't heard anything back from Wagbar yet.
And I have been actively working on our bylaws, which is the next step in filing for our 501c3. Hey, Dawn, how are you?
Oh, that used to be Wiccan Chickens.
Oh, hey.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Drew.
Hey, Drew, how's it going? Hello. Hello. Emily said, hola.
So, guys, I mean, I know it's probably not something I really need to be talking about on this channel because it's about my channel, but I should be getting a community tab here pretty quick.
Yes, thanks to Drew.
Yeah, thanks to Drew. Drew pushed me over that edge to where now I think I get a community tab pretty quick. Woohoo!
Yeah, he's over 500 subscribers now, and he's just waiting on them to start working out.
Trish,
it's done.
It's done. It's ready to ship. To be honest with you, we have been so busy.
And really, we were waiting on money to come in to pay for shipping on all of those things. And
now that we've got this job done and all that,
when we finish it, we'll get the rest of the payment, and then we'll have money to ship that stuff out. So
yeah.
Yeah. So we will send you guys all an email. So anybody who won stuff on our last raffle, we really apologize that it's taken us so long to get stuff out. But it costs money to ship things, and we don't make very much money at all. So,
yeah. Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie.
So yeah, that's been hold up, and I mean it's.
If you guys don't know Drew at Drew's Lens, you guys have got to go check out his channel. Oh, it's not touchscreen.
Oh, I don't know why it had me approve that message.
So Drew is on a cross-country adventure from Arkansas to Washington State. And he stopped by and saw us last week, and we were absolutely blessed to have him and Lindsay and Lyle stop by and hang out with us. They ended up helping us they volunteered to help us serve our community last Wednesday. And Wiley distracted Drew and they went and played in the junkyard for hours one day. And they got a little bit of work done on the truck that we've been working on. Hopefully we'll be finishing that job up soon too, because we are building a truck for another truck. So we've been working on what is it?
It's a 78 crew cab, 1978 crew cab.
Square body, one ton, but it was a single wheel 1 ton. And so we're making it a dually. We put all the running gear out of a 2005 school bus all in it. The phrase "get more underwater boats" triggered it. I don't know what that means.
What?
That's what Cindy said. I don't know what that means. But
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Talking about Hestia's. Did I say that right? Hestia's Garden.
Yeah, she
Homestead?
said you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did an awesome video on your farm, food service, and house tour. Love the old truck and bus. Yes, Drew did an amazing job on that video. And if you guys have ever been interested in seeing what the inside of our house looks like, swing on over and check out that video, because we gave Drew the first ever house tour.
Yep.
So, there's not much to our house, and it's not done yet, but we live here, and it's comfortable. And that's all that really matters.
What do you mean you bet you can help find me a bumper? It's already laying out here behind the truck.
Yeah. Hey, Felicia.
Oh, hey. Hi, Jake. I forgot.
Oh, hey, Jake.
Yeah.
I bet it's super hot where y'all are at, too. How's your new, the upgrades to your solar system working out, Jake? We'd love to go solar someday or have a couple different alternative energy solutions, but
I'm not real
in
sure.
the budget right now.
I'm not real sure that I'm just all on board with solar. I'm going to kind of look for something else.
I saw the Sketty. Now I need Sketty. Well, now we can freeze dry some and ship it to people.
We can ship it to you and it'll still be good when it gets there now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That's what this is for.
Solar. I love to hate it.
Yeah, see, I'm not sold on solar. I think it's, I don't know, wind maybe. There's got to be something, I don't know, better. I want to say better, but it just, I don't know. I'm just not sold on solar. We'll put it that way.
I didn't know Rebel and Felicia had some solar.
I didn't either.
Yeah. There's 26 people in here and 22 likes, so if y'all haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, please do so.
Yeah, please do so.
Appreciate it. Rebel and Felicia, are you guys still coming over in a little bit? Because we kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
But we might have to run to town to get a belt for the lawnmower, so if you guys just wanted to meet us somewhere, we could do that. Or y'all could come over and hang out. We don't really mind.
That's kind of, really when you think about it, Jake, what I've been seeing anyway, it usually takes around, what they're saying, around 20 years to pay back your investment. And I just don't, maybe I'm just, I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to live another 20 years. Why invest in it if I'm not going to ever see it paid for? So I'm, like I said, I'm just a little.
Debbie said, 2 old people on a couch. I just watched your video, and Mark, you're right. I love watching y'all's videos. Like, y'all make some really good points. And if you haven't watched any of, Mark and Debbie's videos, they're 2 old people on a couch and also Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show. And they always give you headlines. They talk about the news, but they encourage you to do your own research and form your own opinions, because so much of what is out there on TV and in the news is, manufactured propaganda. And so you have to use your brain and make up your own mind and believe what you want to believe.
I found them.
Yeah, I could see where that would be a good feeling, Jake, but I feel like there's something better out there. There's just, I don't know.
Is your face itchy?
No, I'm just.
Oh.
I
You're just being a
found
goofball.
them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
For one thing, of course, I'm not able to do it here where we're at. I want a running water, supply, a running creek. Hi, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
I want to do something with water is what I'd really like to do. Of course, we can't do it here because we don't have a live creek, a live stream. So,
there's options. We just haven't gotten to the point yet where we've seriously explored any of them. Yes, it would, Felicia.
Okay, Lily. Okay, go.
Yeah, go. Come on, go play outside. Hey, Jenn and Wiley and little Miss Numpty. Hey, Susie, how are you? Thank you guys all for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I'm glad we made it home in time, because we weren't sure we were going to.
It was that close, believe me.
It was a hurry, put the fire out, and strap down everything on the
strap
trailer.
down all the
and
trash
go
on the
home.
trailer and head home. And then, somebody was supposed to have been paying attention to the passenger side of my trailer.
But
coming
then he
home,
started talking to me.
And I had a board sticking about 8 foot out the side of the trailer over there, and somebody didn't notice it.
And then we had to pull over and pick it up. It fell off. And now we have to figure out where to put all this stuff. Because we have a 30-foot gooseneck trailer, and we had to leave our tractor at the job because we didn't have anywhere to put it on the trailer.
it filled. So we've got 2 stacks of fence panels and then a huge stack of brush on the back of it. This little job we was doing was literally a jungle. I mean, it was, we cut so much stuff out of there, it's ridiculous.
We'll be doing a final video and putting that out on Wiley's channel when it's finished. Because it's, on this channel, we try to do things that are farm related and community service related. But on Wiley's channel, it's everything else that we do. Which is
although she steals some of my cool stuff and posts it on hers every now and then.
Because I'm trying to promote your channel. We do cooler stuff on his channel.
Oh, we've got the trailer. We just don't have the tractor. I'm going to have to unload the trailer here, take everything off the trailer, and then go back and get the tractor tomorrow.
We're probably going to have to fill the trailer up again and leave the tractor there again because there's still that much more stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff still there.
I don't know if we'll be able to fit our tractor on it again, but that'll be okay.
Yeah,
so,
could be a 3-tripper.
Yeah, could be a 3-tripper. But we had actually, our friend Felicia over at Fortress Creations and Concepts, she had seen a Facebook post that was asking for someone who could clean up their backyard. And so she sent it to us because we just do all kinds of random odd jobs. And so I went ahead and sent the guy a message, and come to find out, him and his wife are members of the church that we serve food at. And so they were extremely happy to see that we had contacted them, and they were happy to give us the job. And so we just want to make sure that we leave them 1,000% satisfied at the end of the day. Like, we want them to come home. They're on vacation right now, and I hope they're not watching this because I think it's supposed to be a surprise. So, but we want to make sure that when they get home from their vacation, that they are just absolutely floored in amazement by the work that we've done. Yep. So we are trying to do it, we're trying to exceed expectations. So, because that's just the kind of people we are. If we borrow a vehicle, we try to bring it back with a full tank of gas and
cleaner than
when we got it.
Yeah.
No matter how
if we borrow something from somebody, we try to make sure it's in at least as good of condition as we found it. When we go to the church and cook, we make sure that it's at least as clean as it was when we found it. And so, yeah, we just...
Hi, Tamara.
Hey, Tamara. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you.
I was trying to say that sooner. I was trying to say hi to you sooner, but she couldn't. She, once she gets going, she can't stop.
And then sometimes when it matters, I just don't feel like talking.
Like, oh, here's some useless knowledge, and then whenever they want you to say something useful,
I can't wait till we get the video done and post it on Wiley's channel because the transformation is amazing. When you were standing, they have a big in-ground swimming pool and a big concrete patio, and when you stood up there on that side of the fence, you could not see the 6-foot privacy fence that was at the end of their, on the back side of their property line. You couldn't see it. And there was literally some places in that yard that were so overgrown with little small, century trees that we couldn't even walk through there.
That is actually a good idea, Paul.
You guys get a win-win, LOL. They clean out the
other than
bus.
it's not on our property. So I'd have to move it over here, and I just don't want to do that.
Yeah. It'd be moving it in the opposite direction of Arkansas. Yeah. I can't wait to see the end product either, Cindy, because we we go there and we do some more work, and I'm like, man, it looks so good compared to what it was, but we still the worst part of it was all the ivy.
Oh,
my gosh.
So we cut all the little trees. There was, trees about this big a diameter everywhere. So cut all them down, and you couldn't move them because the ivy had taken everything over and it had everything all tied together. Luckily, it helped as far as loading the trailer because I took my tractor back there with the forks on it today.
And you picked up
like a whole huge pile of stuff, and it all just stayed right on my forks.
No, Paul, that junkyard is actually Wiley's cousin's house.
Yeah, and he's about 20 miles east of us. So,
if we had property, you bet our yard would look like that too.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Whether she liked it or not.
Yeah. I don't think I'd mind so much. You get a Premier electric fence and just take the goats over to hang out.
Yeah, well, we had actually talked about that.
We had actually talked about that, and the homeowner was totally down for that idea. Unfortunately, we didn't have a portable fence like the Premier fence, which would be really great. But we had him call the city code enforcement officer and ask if we could do that because it is in city limits, and they limit livestock and all that jazz. So he talked to them, and they said they didn't know. So we just decided not to, because then that would be another trip. We'd have to take our horse trailer, our cattle trailer, whatever and take the goats over there and probably stake them out, and they would have gotten tangled up and everything. And but the goats love ivy. Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, they sure do. And it's funny because they wipe out. If they get out of their fence back here, that is the first thing they head for is the poison ivy.
And our fruit trees.
Poison ivy and our fruit trees.
Email Premier, see if they will sponsor. If the site doesn't look or like it, then you... Oh, yeah.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
That's a great idea. I hadn't even thought of that.
Never thought of that.
We really haven't got a lot of emails or offers about trying products. So that would never cross my mind to call them and see.
The funny thing is today we got one that is the first one that I think it's the second one we've got. Of course, everybody's got Grub Terra. Yeah. So we got a Grub Terra offer. But we got one today that I think we're going to accept.
Lights.
It's for solar lights, outdoor solar lights. And I think we're going to accept it. I think we're going to try it out. I want to give them a shot.
We don't want to just turn our channel into an advertisement, a bunch of commercials for things that don't apply to us or our audience. So we want to be selective. And I think that reach out to them. Gallagher too, they have portable goat fencing. That's a good idea, Cindy. That's a really
I don't
good
know.
idea.
I'm not. I couldn't ever reach out to somebody because I wouldn't have a clue what to say. I mean, I don't know how to do that. So, and I don't think she's all that great at it either.
But I mean, I can try. It's worth a shot. It's worth a shot. I am pretty good at writing because I have a bachelor's degree in business, and when I was in college, I did online school, so it was 100% online.
Oh, hey,
and
that's
I
right.
had to do whole lot of writing essays and things like that, so I'm pretty good at that.
Once we get our 501c3, that would make a whole lot more sense.
Yes.
Yeah, once we get that done, that would make a whole lot more sense.
And so I have, like I said, I've been actively working on our bylaws. It's not something I've ever done before, and it's a whole lot of legal mumbo jumbo that I'm not good at. And so I almost have our rough draft ready. And then I'm going to send it to a few people that we trust to look over it for us to make sure that we're not going to screw ourselves in the long run. Because right now we're a small organization. But we kind of have to plan for the future too, which is kind of hard because we don't really know how big it's going to get or what direction God's going to take us. And so when we're writing out our bylaws, that's the governing documents for our organization. And it's really important to get those right because if you put something in there that shouldn't be in there or whatever, we could always get, I don't know, it could always cause problems down the line. Cindy, if you send me your email address, and when I get it finished, I will send you a copy of it also. Love you,
she's
Felicia.
talking about putting together a...
Mom,
Oh, suppliers for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Heck yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, so I guess that means you're not coming out tonight.
Walker Farm family can probably suggest how to approach sponsors.
Mom, can I have
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
do have
Awesome.
Gary and Cassie's phone number.
We
You
do.
could call them.
We do.
And
Can I have that hammock that I hung in the tree? Your
we'll
old
talk.
hammock?
We'll talk about it after we're done. Okay.
Okay.
So, Gary and Cassie are great people.
Yes, they are.
Oh, thanks, Tamara. So, for anybody who has come in since the last time we said it, Drew at Drew's Lens stopped by last week for a visit on his adventure, and we gave him a farm tour, a house tour, and they helped him and Lindsay helped volunteer to feed our community, and also, what else was I gonna say?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But
Hey, Hot Rod 66.
hey, we if you guys want to see like a day in our life, please go check out his video, because I know that we say all the time that we're always busy, we're always doing something, we're always running around like chickens with our head cut off. But Drew's video really shows like everything, because when he first got here, I mean, as soon as he pulled in the driveway and parked his van, he was already helping Wiley. And then the next day we got up and we went and worked on stuff and played in the junkyard. And then the day after that, we fed the community. And then, yeah, it was so much fun having them. So did you want to address Hot Rod?
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen the comment we sent back to you, but I know Billy well. Billy has been trying to get me to go to work for him for years. So I managed one of the biggest record services around here, Brown & Sons Record Service, one of the oldest record services in Shawnee, Oklahoma, or in Oklahoma. I managed it for like 9 years. So yeah, anyway, I know Billy well.
It's funny, I was going through comments, and Hot Rod had left a comment on one of our videos, and he was like, hey, I didn't know Wiley was a hooker too.
So now...
Neil, how are you?
So now, yeah, right. I probably know a lot of them, honestly. But now, so one of I hired my cousin-in-law. I don't know what you'd call him. He's married to my cousin. I hired him whenever I was working at Brown & Sons.
Thank you, Cindy, for sharing that.
Him and my uncle went in partners and opened up their own wrecker service. So that was the wrecker I was driving the other night. We do help out every now and then if they have a real long haul. We went to Arkansas once. We went down to Southeast Oklahoma once for them. If they have a really long haul,
occasionally they'll have to a couple times we've moved an RV. So people have RVs, but they don't have big enough vehicles to pull them. So we relocate them.
Yeah.
Move them to different sites.
So they'll call whenever they need to stay around for their police calls and stuff. We go and do a lot of extra help for them to where they're not out of town. They've still got another wrecker in town to do their police calls and all that stuff, and we'll go help them out with that. But yeah, I'm not currently a hooker.
Treasure Hunter Neil said I drove a wrecker called Happy Hooker. That's so funny.
Hey, Lori.
Oh, hey, Lori, how's it going? Golly.
I was really excited about Drew's video. Drew's video was awesome. I mean, and I'm not saying that because it was about us, but because it was just a genuinely good video.
Yes, I don't know about you guys, but I really like how Drew kind of skips around on stuff. And I don't know, I just feel like it keeps his videos interesting, and it has encouraged us to kind of do the same.
Yeah, did you see what Paul said? I'm good, people. Not sure about you.
Oh. Cheap hooker. That's so funny. why it's hiding your comments.
It was Tamara's that hid earlier, wasn't it?
No,
Or
I
was it?
think it was Wicked Chicken.
Oh, okay.
Or
that's right, it was.
I have a hard time remembering her name.
That is funny.
Yeah.
So Hot Rod 66, I'm sure we've asked you before, and I think I remember even asking you, but I cannot remember your name.
Hi, Tammy.
If
How
you
are
don't
you?
mind, will you tell us your name?
Yeah, we meet a lot of people, and it's hard to remember.
It's hard to remember everybody's names. We do our best, but it's hard to remember.
And lately, we haven't been active enough in other people's lives, and we apologize because we really want to hang out with everybody. But at the same time, like, we have to do things to make money to pay the bills.
And we've been busy, very, very busy.
Watch Drew's video, and you'll see for sure from a third party point of view.
So in Drew's video, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but it just happened to happen the day Drew shows up. So
Yeah.
we have been leasing a 250-gallon propane tank for the last couple of years. And
We've really been looking for a bigger one because
we've been looking for a 500-gallon for quite a while. And I run across one the other day, and I'm doing some trading with my cousin over there at the salvage yard for it. But so we had been letting the 250-gallon one, we have been just going to run it dry before we change everything
we
out.
didn't want to give it back to them with a bunch of propane in it that we paid for. They weren't going to give us our money back for what was left in it. So we wanted to run it out.
And it just so happened it ran out of propane the day Drew showed up.
Yeah.
So I had the 500-gallon propane tank on the back of my truck pulling in the driveway, and me and Drew had to stay out there after dark hooking it up. And then come to find out it didn't have any propane in it either. My cousin told me that it should have had about 100 gallons of propane in it. But it has been sitting for a couple of years, and, I don't know if it had any leaks in it or not. So whenever we hooked it all up, we was all excited because we had propane, and then we didn't have propane.
So it was all Jen's fault, Wiley. Dang women wanted a bigger one.
Yeah, right.
So when we leased our tank, the largest one they would allow us to have was a 250-gallon. So leasing a bigger one wasn't an option. So we just had to go with what we could get at the time. But now we have a bigger one. And we had because we bought so much at a time, the price was $2.15 a gallon for propane. And it cost us over $900 to fill that propane tank up.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hopefully it'll last us a whole year.
Yeah.
Because our 250-gallon one, we filled up twice a year. Oh, hey, Rochelle, how are you? Nice to see you. I saw you were over on Chuck and Life with Belinda and Chuck's a little while ago.
So the propane tank is a 1952 model 500-gallon propane tank, and it's got everything in the end of it instead of on top like most of the newer ones do. So like I said, it's been sitting a couple of years, so we didn't really know a whole lot about it. So, the reason it was over 900 is because when they come out, we had them put all new valves in it, the shutoff valve, we had them put a new gasket on the gauge. We had them do a lot of work to it just to be 100% sure. But now we've basically got a brand new 1952 model.
And he
propane
was
tank.
the guy who came out and filled it up he said it was a 1950s model.
It's a 52.
A 1952 model propane tank, and he said that they absolutely love working on those ones way more than they do the new ones. He was even telling us how somebody was hauling the propane tanks for them, and something happened, and a couple of them fell off of the trailer going down the interstate, and all it did was dent the lid on the older tanks.
Yeah.
Those things are built to last for sure.
Propane and propane accessories.
Yeah.
Where was we at whenever somebody was saying that the other day?
The Homeless Resource Center.
Was that where
the
it
other
was?
day? Yeah. One of the guys was sitting out on the sidewalk, and I don't know what their conversation was about, but we walked up and they were saying that propane and propane accessories.
Hi, Lori.
I'm okay so long as I don't do anything. If
Oh,
I get up and walk to the bathroom about 10 steps and I'm wiped out on air, I don't get better by the weekend. I'll probably go to the hospital Monday. I can't see sitting in a hospital over the weekend cranking up bills
Yeah,
and the doctors
very
are
true.
off for the weekend. Right. Gotta love Hank and his propane propaganda. Hello, everyone. Hi from Mexico. Hey, Lobo Reyes. How are you?
Hello.
I knew I didn't like her. Didn't like who? Crap, she found me.
She's been hiding from her daughter.
Oh. Bye, Rochelle.
Bye, Rochelle. Thanks for stopping by.
There ain't no hiding from our kids. I
No.
mean, we've got 500 square foot house. There's not anywhere to hide.
So Drew has made it to Colorado now. So did you get your adapter plug, Drew?
Oh, mesquite barbecue hamburgers.
Ivermectin.
Yum. Yeah,
If you
Right.
can find it, you can't even
Right.
hardly find it anymore.
right.
I take LA 200.
Hey, Aoki Homestead, how are you?
So anytime I ever have any kind of sickness going on, I take you take 10 cc's of LA 200 and put it in a can of Coke or a cup of tea or anything like that, and
oh, it tastes
just knock
gross,
it back.
but
It is
man,
awful, but it knocks it out, whatever
We
I've
should
ever
probably do a disclaimer just so we don't get in trouble with YouTube. We,
Yeah.
we aren't doctors. We
Yeah,
don't
no.
recommend, but it's what works for us.
That's
so.
what I take. I'm just saying. That's what I take.
He's never been to a doctor, and he seems healthy as a horse. So, yeah, this is not medical advice.
Amen.
Right? Get our mesquite direct from our sister's house in Texas. I can't wait to get it. Well, for us anyway. Ha ha ha. Yeah, where I grew up in California, we had a lot of mesquite too.
So
and I
Anson,
didn't know that it was like a good thing. It was just something that grew everywhere.
shoot, yeah, mesquite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Anson, any prospects yet? How's that going?
Yeah, no medical advice, just my honest opinion, right? We are not professionals at anything.
So guys, just so you know, I've started back vaping.
He's trying to quit smoking.
Most of you guys know that I smoke. I haven't had a cigarette in almost a week, and so but I am vaping. But hopefully, I can get this knocked down to where, I'm not vaping any nicotine after a little while. So
Where are you in California, Cindy? Yes. We need to all put that disclaimer. Yeah.
not yet. We're going to.
I hope you guys find somebody to buy your house. I really do.
I sure do.
'Cause
Is it just the market out there falling off, or do you have any idea what's going on?
probably because more people are leaving that state than moving there.
Yeah. So she's in the Santa Barbara area.
My dad lives up off of I-80 near, I don't know, not quite to Lake Tahoe. But we would love to come visit sometime. And I got to get there pretty quick because my dad's not doing so good. And I know he's not being straightforward with me. So he tells me he's fine, but that's not what other people are saying. And so I really need to get out there and visit him. And if we do, maybe we can hook up and have dinner or something, Cindy.
Interest rates going up in their area. Yeah, that's about what I was afraid
we have
of.
over
Yeah.
100 four-bedroom homes for sale. Golly.
So our friends that just moved, they just left in the schoolie. They had their place over here up on the market, and they actually had it sold. They had some people out of Oregon
I think Washington.
or Washington that was selling their place, finalizing in August, and then they was going to be down here to buy their place. So she got a job opportunity in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and so they built the schoolie and they left out and went to Jackson Hole
At the beginning of this month.
at the beginning of the month. And they got up there and figured out that you can't buy no land up there. It's the prices up there are absolutely ridiculous. So they wound up pulling their place off the market down here, and they're talking about, I don't know how long it'll be, but they're not going to stay up there. They're going to wind up coming back.
Plus, they've got 3 kids already and just found out that they're pregnant again, and there's no like OBGYN care available there. So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that anyway.
You don't want to cut yourself too short because then you can't buy anything else. Virginia Beach. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys was in Virginia Beach.
I didn't know they were in Virginia Beach, but I thought I remembered them being in Virginia.
I'm kind of surprised it's not being. I'm surprised they're having that much trouble selling over there.
Bye, Tamara.
Mom.
Bye, Tamara.
She's pregnant again?
Joanna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A new baby. Oh my god, I love babies. So cute.
I love babies too. I just don't want any more of my own.
I love babies unless they're ugly as kids.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be so cute. Oh my god.
I don't know what happened.
Did something happen? Oh.
No. It just got quiet. You quit talking.
Oh yeah, I ran out of things to say. So, Neil's making a delivery to Virginia on Monday.
Oh
The
yeah.
whole Hampton Roads area is super swamped with homes. Our home requires a repair, so that hinders folks wanting to put in an offer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a 4-year-old y'all could borrow.
No thanks. No thanks. I mean, I can send you like a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old or 11-year-old.
11.
Yeah, 11-year-old, and we'll take your 4-year-old.
Yeah.
But that's
Got to be a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
or
that's the
whatever.
only deal.
I'll go too. Can I go?
Lily and Hunter would be going. Are you sure you want to go?
No. I'll
Solar
stay here with
systems have
Michael.
come way down in price. I can now consider solar as a viable option for off-grid for sure.
Yeah, but I'm still not. I don't know. I'm not sold on it.
She said, sounds good to me.
Deal. Where's this going to happen at?
The 11-year-old likes to cut grass, so if that sweetens the deal at all. Hey, Dawn, how's that puppy doing? Oh, hey, Jesse and Lisa. They said they're late because Byron talks slow.
Yeah.
What?
Trying to blame it all on Byron, are you?
What did I win?
You got to see me. That's what you won, Jesse.
Yeah. Spoiled. I bet he is. Oh, it's come way down, Wiley. I don't think it would take no 20 years for a payback on solar. The lithium batteries are the most expensive, and they're coming down. Solar is awesome, but yeah, it takes a whole lot of research to get some good system for cheap, but that also lasts longer than 10 years.
Yeah. That's...
Hey, Tony and Joni, how are you guys?
Hey, guys.
I've had the 4-year constantly for 5 days now, and he is 4 to the core, like textbook 4-year-old.
He's getting huge, Dawn said.
uh,
Tony and Joni, how things going for you guys?
They said we're going solar
On
our
a new build.
That's
Awesome.
Be on the lookout Monday for a delivery. The delivery man may need a hand unloading the truck.
What?
Huh? Do y'all have our actual address, or is it going to the post office?
Yeah, is it our P.O. box?
Yes, you can have some milk. Because if it's going to the post office, they have plenty of people there that can help unload it. Can't wait to see the new place. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to come by and check you guys out because we haven't got to catch up on any videos or nothing lately, guys. We've been so busy. Literally, I mean, from the time we wake up to 11, 12 o'clock at night, by the time we get to go to bed, it's like we haven't got to get on anybody's lives. I mean, I've snuck in on a couple and said hi, and that's about it here lately, but we've been so busy. I've got to come see what's going on with you guys. It'll be delivered to the P.O. box.
Huh, okay, I'll keep an eye out. Poor guy, it will take 20 years to see a return. I'd say do it yourself and you'll win with solar. Yeah. We'd definitely do it ourselves because you save a ton of money that way.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't, and it's the batteries really right now. And I don't think that, from everything I'm seeing, the battery technology just still ain't quite there yet for longevity. And I just, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll get it all figured out, but.
We got a copyright strike on one of our videos because Wiley's phone rang.
Yeah.
We're doing all our own install for the solar.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it. I mean, that's the only way to go if you're going to do it because, I mean, you got to save a little bit of money somewhere, and that's going to be the way you're going to do it. But
you guys are totally rocking it. We have 31 people and 41 thumbs ups.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much. So again, I'm going to reiterate this because it's really awesome. If you guys haven't seen Drew's video that he put out yesterday, y'all got to go watch it. He stopped by for a visit, and we gave him a house tour and a farm tour, and we put him to work, and he just did a phenomenal job on the video. So my background is in electrical, so that helps.
Oh, yeah. No kidding. Right.
Yeah, I think solar will be good once niobium, did I say that right? Batteries start making it a good market, but it's still super new and super pricey. Yeah.
Well, our phone's not showing that, Paul.
But yeah. Well, thanks.
Well, now it's 47 thumbs up. Look at that.
48 right here. The phone says 47. That's the computer says 48.
I forgot to look at the computer.
Y'all are awesome.
See, I guess I haven't even heard of the niobium batteries. I ain't even looked at that. I ain't even seen that yet.
They're really good batteries on eBay for under $300 a piece.
Huh.
My dad lives completely off-grid in the mountains in California, and he has solar. And it works out for him. But I think he uses, his refrigerator is propane and that kind of thing. So
I'm telling you, it's almost impossible to do with the kids we have at home and just everything we have going on. But we
need a pretty good size system.
I've told Jenn more than once. She grew up to where you started the generator at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and you run it for about an hour and done what you needed to do, and that was it.
Hey, Remy.
That was the only time you had electricity.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep swearing that's the way I want to go. I want to do it.
Yeah. But it was a little different there because in Northern California, it didn't really get hot enough where you needed AC. And here, we wouldn't be able to sleep at night without air conditioning.
Once you get acclimated, you're fine.
I got so excited when I was a teenager. I think I was in the 5th grade, and we moved to town, and I was just so amazed by light switches. I thought it was the coolest thing since sliced bread that you could flip a switch and the light would turn on because I didn't grow up with it. So, yeah, the only time were able to watch TV or do anything was, Saturday mornings, my dad would sit and turn on the generator and we'd watch Saturday morning cartoons together, or when the weather was really bad and we couldn't go outside. But other than that, we never had electricity. They're using propane to cook with and a propane fridge. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Remy. I didn't even see you come in.
Best part about working for the government, get the scoop of good stuff. Ha ha ha. But yeah, I can't afford them. I have an aunt and uncle in New Mexico that have been talking to me about solar, and they're like, we know where to get it. It's cheap, and you just buy a piece here and a piece there when you can afford it. And so, but we're not there yet. Maybe if we ever get rich on YouTube, we can afford alternative energy solutions. But as of right now, we have a generator that will run our whole house in case of an emergency. But we would still need fuel.
You know, Hot Rod, that's actually a good idea. Of course, whenever I was doing it, the electric car was just really getting started. So, I mean, you know, getting big, I guess. I might have worked 2 wrecks the whole time I had them with electric cars. So, but that is a really good idea.
Dawn, I can completely relate. When I was growing up, we had an outhouse. And when it was bath time, we had to heat the water on the stove. So, and I didn't grow up Mennonite or Amish or anything like that. We just, my parents were a couple hippies and we lived out in the middle of the woods off grid. So far, our solar we are putting together will cost ballpark $3,500.
Wow, that's good.
That's
really good.
That's
Yeah.
reasonable. How big of a cabin are you guys going to build? Thank goodness you have that sawmill because that will save you a ton of money. Mother Nature's calling. 26 by 30.
Wow, that's big.
That's
a
big.
good size.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good size one.
That's twice the size of our house.
Yeah. So do you guys still have your sawmill? Was y'all able to keep that?
And move it. I assume so.
Well, I just knew with the trouble they was having, they had to.
Yeah, the mill has
Yeah.
paid for itself.
Oh, that's.
Ours paid for itself after our first home improvement project.
I'll tell you, the little shop building I built out there to keep all my tools in, and the add-on to the house probably paid for it twice. If I'd have had to go buy the materials to do these 2 jobs,
We would have spent,
I would have spent double.
$25,000.
Yeah.
And we spent $5,000, $6,000 on the sawmill. Wiley had a car. It was an old cop car.
Yeah, it was a 2011 Chevy Caprice. Those cars wasn't even available for the public to buy. They was strictly for law enforcement vehicles, and
He has connections.
so well, as they retire them, then they sell them in auction, and people can get them. So I actually had 2 of them. I sold one before her and I started seeing each other, and then whenever her and I started seeing each other, I really didn't need the car anymore because it was a hot rod. So I wound up selling it and buying the sawmill. And best thing I ever done.
Yeah.
Best thing I ever done.
The only time he missed his car is when we went to Pikes Peak. It was our first trip that we took together.
Yeah.
And he really was like, man, because we took a big Dodge. Was it a dually?
Yeah.
A big Dodge dually, and we were pulling a trailer when we went to Colorado, and so we didn't have a lot of fun, like, driving fast on Pikes Peak. He
That
probably would have.
Caprice.
I would have been holding on for dear life, I bet.
That would have been a blast. And I don't know if you've ever been, if you guys know anything about it, but the Talamina Drive, they call it here in Oklahoma. It goes from Tallahena, Oklahoma to Mena, Arkansas. It's up through the mountains and it's real pretty. And that place is another place that I would be, it would be so much fun in a little hot rod.
They said they've milled approximately to 70% of the lumber they'll need for their house.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We had a pile of pine logs that we had gotten. We have a local tree service that calls us occasionally and tells us, that they've cut down some trees, and then we go pick them up. And so we had collected some pine logs, and we milled them up before we went to Arkansas and took them to Mama V so she could build her cabin.
Yeah. And Paul, yes, you are right. To be totally honest with you, I am absolutely missing being able to be out there and doing any woodwork. And truth be known, I really don't know why we're doing what we're doing. We paid all of our bills, except a couple of the small ones, in advance for a year.
When we got our tax return back, I hadn't gotten all the money for I hadn't gotten the money for the child tax credit and stuff like that. And so I was worried that we'd have to owe taxes at the end of the year. So I just decided to get it all as a lump sum. And with that, we decided it would be best to pay our bills in advance so that we didn't have to worry about it so much, because we live minimally. And so there were a couple that we couldn't afford to pay, and that we could have.
Yeah, we could have.
Like our cell phone company, they won't let us pay in advance and have a credit on our bill. So we used that money to buy tools, and we got a new chainsaw and a new planer. So we got more woodworking tools, and we haven't been out there. And we did that because we're like, well, if we pay the bills and we don't have to worry about making money so much, then we can devote more time to YouTube. And instead, we've devoted more time to bartering for other things. And I mean, out of it, we bartered for our propane tank, and we still have to weld up a fence for that. We have a 2014 Chevy dually pickup truck sitting in the front yard that we are, we bartered for that, and we are building a truck for Wiley's uncle as a barter for that.
Yep.
And we still have expenses, but we don't have to worry about, we have a credit on our electric bill. We have a credit on our tractor payment, and a few other things. Yeah. So we live minimally. Our bills aren't that much every month. Before we both quit our jobs, we pretty much made sure that everything was paid off. So we don't owe, our land is paid off, our house is paid off, all of our vehicles are paid for, and then we went and financed a tractor because we really needed it. And we have not regretted that for a single moment.
No, because it's a good moneymaker on top of, to be able to run this sawmill. We really couldn't do a whole lot without it. I mean,
yeah,
it not near as much as we do. We'll put it that way. What truck are you talking about, Paul? Which truck are you missing the build?
Because, there's a couple. He brought home the one with the gin pole on the back of it.
Yeah.
We pulled the motor out of it, and we have another motor to put in it. We just haven't done it yet. And then there's the red truck, the 2014, we actually bought it, and it was stolen in 2018, and then it was recovered earlier this year. And because of the title issues, we got it for super, super cheap. But it is proving difficult to get a title for it. And so we're currently working through that process with the insurance company.
Yeah.
And of course, we call the insurance company, and they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. So then we call the tax commission, and they tell us a way to go around it. But it's a time-sensitive thing, and so we have to send a certified letter to the insurance company. And if they don't get back to us, then we have to pay for a private vehicle appraiser to appraise the vehicle, and it's just.
Yeah, Paul, that's as far as we got. The new motor's sitting in the front yard. Here's the thing: as of right now, the only way I have to pull and set a motor in another vehicle here is using my tractor. And so this new John Deere, the hydraulics is just really, really jumpy. And I don't feel real comfortable without somebody here that really knows what they're doing to help me get this motor re-stabbed. So until I find somebody that has the time to come out here with me to help me re-stab this motor, I don't want to get anybody hurt. So
you should have had Drew help you when he was
there. He was going to, and he offered. He was going to. We just other things.
There's too much going on.
Yeah. So the max on my mill is 30 inches.
Which we do have a couple logs laying around that are way too big. So one of them is in the goat pen for the goats to play on because it's too big for us to mill. Ask Gary. Yeah.
Gary.
Melon Gary?
Melon Gary?
Yeah.
He's probably too far away to won't have to drive this far to help me put a motor in.
Yeah. And we can't offer people a place to stay because, our house is so small that, I guess they could
Oh, max length. Okay, I'm sorry. So I built my own rails.
It was cheaper to build our own rails than it was to buy an extension for the rails that we already had. Goodness gracious, the wind's blowing hard.
So whenever I bought it, it was 10 foot. It would cut 10 foot. And to add 6 foot to that was going to cost me $450.
Hey, Mike and Tanya. How are you guys? Long time no see. I hope you guys enjoyed your trip to Texas. Sorry.
So it was going to cost me $450 to add 10 foot to that. So I went down and bought two 20-foot sticks of angle iron and built my own for under $200. So now I can do almost 18 feet. It's like 17 foot, 8 or 9 inches, something like that.
Paul says he needs to lay down on the sawmill and lose a few slabs.
Well, come on, Paul.
Yeah.
I can help you out.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going?
Hi, Jamie.
So yeah, anyway, we try to be really good stewards of the resources that we have. And when we got a large chunk of money, we decided it'd be best just to pay our bills in advance so that we could focus on YouTube. And instead, we've focused on other stuff. And so we really need to buckle down. But now, since we did this job in Shawnee, we were able to invest in a computer, which is huge. Because we've been doing 100% of the recording on our phones and editing on our phones because our other computer that was given to us wouldn't handle anything. I mean, when we try to edit videos, it would lock up the computer. And our little cheap knockoff GoPro, it wouldn't even accept it. We'd plug it in and it wouldn't even recognize it.
It was like, nope, I'm not made for this.
Yeah. And so, it's be our guy once we are ready for timbers for the home build. Need at least 16-ish feet.
Awesome, Anson. Just let me
We'd
know.
love to.
I'd love to help you out.
And our friends over at Fortress Creations and Concepts gave us an old trailer, like an old camper trailer. And so that's going to be a lot of fun because we're planning on demolishing it and turning it into building rails on it for our sawmill and making our sawmill portable. Bye, Debbie. Have a great weekend.
Somebody else told us bye just a minute ago, too, and I lost
bye
it.
to whoever is leaving. I'm sorry.
I forgot who it was.
But we, it's going to be a great video because if we ever get around to doing it.
So everything you've seen us do up to this point has been 100% done on our phones.
Bye, Tony and Joni.
Like I said just a little bit ago, our other computer, even when we was doing a live like this, if we tried to do an emoji, it would lock that computer up.
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful. So we get so frustrated, we're just like, never mind. And, when you get frustrated, it makes you not want to do it. Hey, Pathways. And so, we talked about our next investment being a decent camera, but without a decent computer, we're still gonna be in the same boat that we're in. So we invested in a decent computer, and I've slowly been working on moving all of the video files from our phones to the computer so that we can compile them. And another problem we were having is that our phones don't have a lot of storage space. And so I would be in the middle of recording something and it would say my phone was full. And then I'd have to go through and delete things that hadn't been edited yet. And then that was a part of a video gone. And it was so difficult. So things are about to get better.
I'm not real crazy about talking about this kind of stuff, but I'll tell you guys, I mean, this still probably ain't the greatest computer that we bought. I mean, it's an $800 computer.
And we went with a gaming laptop because it had a decent graphics card. And from our research, we don't know a lot about computers, but from our research, you need a good graphics card and a good processing speed to be able to effectively edit videos.
You're exactly right, where we have got to get an external hard drive. And that's one thing with this computer that's the one thing that it kind of lacks on, is it's only a 512 gigabyte hard drive. So we need an external hard drive really bad. But, as of right now, it's probably not going to happen. So,
yeah, and our phones are cheap phones, too. We just have a couple Motorola phones. Our phone service is through T-Mobile.
Yeah.
And so we just have a couple, cheap Motorola phones.
So she's always, and that's probably how we're going to have to treat this computer for a while, too, is, get our stuff on here, get it put out, get it,
Produced.
Edited, and get it produced so we can delete it. And that's the way we have to do it on our phones too, because like she said, it's always going on, and she's like, oh man, cut that video half in two because, I ran out of storage and didn't realize it.
And another problem is that sometimes I'd take some of the footage on my phone, and then other times we'd take like some of it on his phone, and then we'd have to figure out how to get it on the same device so we could edit it. And that was really hard because we'd have to put it on our computer and then move it over to one device or the other. And the computer had such a hard time doing that. It was ridiculous. So I'm really excited.
Oh, awesome, Cindy.
I didn't know they didn't
know
already have custody of her.
Yeah, I thought they already had custody of her.
Oh, man, you're so lucky.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we should probably put ours on flash drive.
Yeah, we should probably do something like that, for sure.
Yeah, we got ours at Best Buy.
We looked, and my brother's fairly good with stuff like that, and I asked him what he thought around that price range, and he said that this computer, I pulled this computer up and sent him all the specs for it, and being a gaming computer, it's got a pretty awesome graphics card and everything all in it. So, and he said that for the money, this would absolutely be his purchase. So that's what we did.
Hey, Scott, how's it going?
Long time no see.
Yeah. So, yeah, we are working on investing in YouTube.
But we actually had a neighbor loan us a couple of older, I think they're GoPro 8s or GoPro 7s or something like that.
They're old.
They're
I think
older.
it's a 3 and a 4, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. But so we might actually be able to try to use them now that we have a computer that might run them.
So Pafford needs $2,400 to for the adoption expenses. They do have custody of her, but they need money for the adoption expenses. So if anybody knows Pafford,
oh my gosh, it's raining.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we our neighbors let us borrow a couple GoPros, but we haven't even used them yet because we don't have any extra batteries. We tried to use one time and the battery went dead super fast, and we didn't have any way to get the video off of the camera onto something that we could edit it. So that we haven't even tried to use them. But my favorite thing about GoPro that I know about it is that the stabilization. You can be walking. I'm really sensitive when it comes to movement and videos. So if the camera is real shaky, it makes me have some motion sickness, so I can't watch the videos. So if there's anything like that, I just have to listen because I can't watch it. And so I don't want our videos to be that way.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Hello.
Yeah, this is the first rain we've had, and I don't know, probably about the same as you guys.
It's
51
been a long
days.
time.
It's been a long time.
It's
I mean,
been a
they're
long
not
time.
too far from us, are they?
Are Okie Homestead?
No.
Oh.
Fowler.
Oh, no, they're Paul's Valley.
They're Paul's Valley.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys are right in line with us. This is probably the same rain you guys got earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's generally storms that hit Paul's Valley come our way. Bye, Hot Rod. I hope you start feeling better. Keep us all updated. Everybody pray for Hot Rod PC66. He's not feeling good.
Yeah, hope you get to feeling better, man.
He's having some breathing issues. So, yeah. Bye, Cindy.
Yeah.
Hubby gets hangry.
Yeah, Cindy, I'm getting there myself. I'm
haven't
fixing to
eaten
get on
anything.
somebody.
We haven't eaten anything all day. We got up this morning and we're like, we've got work to do. Let's get out of here. We fed and watered all the animals, and then we left. And then we got home just in time to start our lives. So, although I did think ahead today, and I pulled out some chicken legs for dinner. So, that'll be nice.
So, Anson, we are using Power Director.
It's by Cyberlink. It's affordable. And we paid a yearly membership, and I want to say it was less than $60 or something. And oh, thanks. Hey, Des, how are you?
Well, hello, Des.
We met Des at Simple Life Reclaimed. She showed up the day that we were leaving, so we didn't get to spend a lot of time with her, but she definitely seems like our kind of people. I ate a packet of instant oatmeal. You know, and when it's really hot outside, like, you can't really eat much. And yesterday we had hired a couple of the guys that come eat on Wednesdays, and we kind of feel obligated to feed them lunch while they're with us. And so we don't eat out much at all. And we went and got some, like, Taco Bueno. And, oh, my gosh.
Me and her both is like never again.
No, don't ever let me eat there
We've
again.
been fighting it for 2 days.
It tasted good. But my stomach has been so upset because we really don't eat a lot of processed foods. And golly, like, I just, my tummy's been in knots all day.
Yeah, me and Jenn, either one is very tech savvy at all. So I think Power Director was one of the first ones we really come across. I think we tried one or two, but Power Director was one of the first ones we come across. And I mean, I love it. I think it works great.
And CyberLink is they're a pretty good company from, like, they have pretty good products from what we've researched. So, I mean, all we can do is go off of the research that we've done, and we don't really know what to look for because we're not techie people. But,
yeah.
But Bueno sets on you for a few days.
I'm telling you.
Oh, man. It's like the second time we've had it in the last 6 months or something, and it just, we're like, oh, it's cheap. Let's go eat that. And, oh, man, it messed my stomach up bad.
It was good going down, but that's it.
Yeah. I won't eat there again. Not that it's, I mean, like I said, it tasted good, but, I've been paying for it ever since yesterday afternoon. So I hope that Jason at Cog Hill gets better. He's always got such goofy videos of him dancing in his garden and
Remy, that's awesome. Because we'll be off here in a few minutes anyway. We need to get off here and get us some supper cooked, and we're not going to walk on you. So
you're going to give us an excuse to get out of here.
But yeah, thanks for stopping by.
So when we end this, if somebody would drop Remy's link over at Rem's Family Farm, he is a channel in Canada, if you guys don't know him. And he's actually started a collaboration that's called Garden Deeds 22, where you take a portion of your garden, you dedicate it to helping others. So it could be a neighbor, it could be a family member, it could be somebody you don't know. But dedicating a portion of what you are growing to help somebody in need. So I think that's super, super awesome. Hey, Two Hands.
Hey, Two Hands. Hello.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Drew did such a great job on that video.
He done an awesome job.
We absolutely love Drew, and we are so glad that him and Lindsay got to come hang out with us for a little while. We'd really love to live closer so that we could see them more often, but unfortunately, we're 3 hours away, 3.5 hours
So, Trish,
away.
I drove cross country for 21 years. I eat. My stomach was like a rock. I mean, I could eat anything and it wouldn't ever bother me. Because I eat so much junk the whole time I was driving.
Hey,
the
Tim,
truck.
long time no see.
Hey, Tiny Tim. But since Jenn and I's been together, we try to eat good. I mean, everything we do is,
Don't get us wrong. We still eat things like heavy cream and butter and cheese.
But we try to stay away from a lot of the processed stuff. We don't buy stuff out of box. Jen's real good about doing everything home-cooked style.
There's no Rice-A-Roni or Hamburger Helper or Top Ramen or commercial brand cereals or anything like that here.
And I guess, that's kind of sissified my stomach because used to I could eat Taco Bueno all day long and it never bothered me a bit. But over the last 2 years, and we eat Taco Bueno yesterday, and it hit me hard.
Yeah. I can't believe it's raining outside. This is so great. I kind of want to go outside and do a rain dance.
I know it. I just want to go outside and run around.
Anson said, if you ever serve us meatloaf, we will never visit again.
Come on, meatloaf's great.
Don't give Wiley anything with cilantro in it, or he will not ever.
Two things that's not allowed in my house, and that's cilantro
and peas.
and peas.
Yeah.
In your mouth.
Except homegrown peas, because like if you crack open a garden fresh pod of peas, they're so crunchy and delicious.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
they're
God.
awesome. But
I never thought I'd say I liked peas till we grew them, and then they were really good.
Yeah, not everyone can do that because it tastes like soap. Some folks take the shampoo outside.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I need to take some of my poison ivy soap too, because that yard we're cleaning up has a lot of poison ivy, and I've been using it, and I think it has definitely helped because my eyes would probably be swelled shut right now if I wasn't using that soap. But I do have a little bit. You can't really see it probably, but I do have a few little spots on my arms where the poison ivy has popped up.
That is exactly right, Scott. She is.
What? Oh, I'm turning unique.
Yeah, I've never, because since I was young, I cannot stand peas. Never have been able to. And the first time I've ever tried fresh peas out of the garden was last year. And man, they are so awesome.
Meatloaf is not allowed in a Mexican household. Unless it's made out of like shredded pork and it's in a tamale. I mean,
I've never, and still don't. It turns my stomach to even think of eating a pea.
Hi, Jen and Steve at Good Times Homestead. How are you guys?
Hi, guys. Are
Nice
we
to
talking
see
about
you.
peas again? Yeah, we are.
Yeah. So our friends Rebel and Felicia over at Fortress Concepts and Creations, they came over and had dinner with us when Drew and Lindsay were here. And Felicia was like, I'll bring some pea salad. And Wiley was like, don't you dare bring peas into my house. Right, tamales are forever, yes. Michael's grandma taught me how to make tamales, and they are so good. They're just so time consuming to make.
Yeah.
Don't like canned peas, but like frozen.
Meatloaf is how I caught Mr. Hat Creek. Big D looks like he'd like meatloaf.
Yeah.
We make some good meatloaf. When I was a kid, I hated meatloaf. I'd get in trouble because my parents would catch me sneaking it to the dog underneath the dining table. And I would get in trouble. I would rather starve than eat meatloaf when I was a kid. But now I like it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about cilantro, and I never knew what it was till I met her. But I've eaten a few meals, and I'm like, there's just a taste in there that I don't like. There's something in that I do not like. And I finally figured it out whenever I met her, because she, like I said, she cooks from scratch. So I kind of know everything that's going into our food. And I finally figured it out that it's cilantro that I do not like.
You know, I bet there is a tamale video. I haven't made one, but I could.
Yeah,
They would be like Tex-Mex tamales.
Guys, whenever I was younger, I was about 17 years old. Well, I started at Do It Construction Company whenever I was 15 years old. And, of course, 90% of our workforce was Spanish. And those guys, their wives would cook tamales and burritos all night long. And they would put them in an ice chest and bring them to work, and they would sell them for $1 a piece. You talk about some of the best food I have ever ate in my life. That was some of the greatest stuff on earth. And those girls was making more money than their husbands out there working on the road construction.
Now the kids are coming in being loud because it's raining outside.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit concerned because it hasn't rained in so long. I have no idea what's sitting outside getting wet right
Yeah.
So-
We probably have tools that need to be put up.
now. We probably should go ahead and end this, and there was just a big lightning strike hit. We should probably go ahead and get off here so we can walk around outside real quick and then get some food going.
It looks like I'm going to have to make tamales too.
Yeah.
Because people want to see it. Anson, maybe you could have your wifey make tamales and put it out. Tell her it's for YouTube, and then you don't have to wait till Christmas to get tamales. Because he said he only gets tamales for Christmas. Yeah,
Oh,
Rachel.
absolutely,
yeah,
Rachel.
Man, she's a
Mm.
good cook.
Yes,
She made their own Tabasco sauce, and man, that stuff would light you up.
Yeah.
Oh, just a couple drops and that stuff. Oh man,
It was good
it was
though.
So good. It was so good. I love spicy food. I couldn't not eat it. So we're gonna get off here.
Yeah,
you
Rims
guys.
is coming on here in just a minute
yeah.
anyway. Did anybody ever post Rims link? Jesse or I think Cindy's gone.
I wonder if we can make tamales and freeze dry them and then send them out.
Hey,
Yeah.
I wonder how that would work.
Everybody on our Wednesday lives are like, man, that's good. Save me some, you know? Like, we can literally do that now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Jesse
awesome,
and I
Paul.
did that.
Okay,
Awesome.
all right.
You guys are totally awesome.
Yep. Thank you guys so much.
Go do a love raid over at Rem's Family Farm. And, yeah. So, we
And
gotta
it's
go
getting
make
loud
sure,
enough in here, we can't hear.
because we have a tin room. So, we gotta go make sure none of our tools are laying out that are gonna get ruined, because I know we were out there using our drills and stuff
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna go get wet and do a rain dance as we're picking up tools. So,
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We love you all. God bless.
we love you guys. See y'all on the next one. Bye, guys. Oh my gosh.